5 double crochets into the valley and 1 single crochet into the peak here. You skip 2, put a single crochet there, you skip 2, then you put 5 double crochets into this stitch. This is a shell stitch. There's 3, 4, 5. Oh, looks like maybe I frayed that one or grabbed a part of the stitch. Let me see. Try it again. Sometimes with this yarn, you can go between the threads. It's real easy to do that. So the 3rd stitch, 2. We're going underneath both the front loop and the back loop. Skip that one, skip that one. Gonna go back under here with 5 double crochets. Hi guys, welcome in. We're going to skip 2 stitches and do a single crochet to the top. Thank you. Skip those 2. We're going to do 5 doubles again. Hi. Hope everyone's having a good day or good night, depending on where you are. 2, 3, 4. I got home from work late, and if I would jump on here for a little bit, do a little crochet before bed. Hi. Oh, thank you. Skip this one and this one, and we're going to do 5 double crochets into the valley. We used to buy knitted dresses. Oh, yes. Oh, those are so cute. I actually have one of those too. Aww. I still have a couple and hang them on my stove. Those are cute. Have a little button on them to hang them on your handle. Goodbye. Yeah, exactly. I know. Same. Some of those are so cute. I thought I would work on this beanie for a little bit here too. It's a real simple pattern I got online. Students started to crochet. Really? Oh, that's so great. I love that. I love that. Then you can bring different stitches to the group. Teach and everybody try different stitches. Yeah, amen. That's right. That's so cool. All schools should have something like that. Keep their hands busy besides on their phones. Either that or put them in the kitchen, cooking classes. I love that so many young people are into crocheting and knitting. Oh, wow. Huh. Okay, it's changing then. I think that's a good thing. Too much distraction. I do like technology and all of it, but there's a time and a place, you know. Sometimes it's okay to relax and not be on there constantly. It's good for the nervous system. It is. I agree. somebody in one of my lives asked me to start a club. And I suppose if I didn't work full time, it might be easy to do that. I don't know. For adults. Or stocking caps. Like, oh, would she really? Did she make the ones that were real long back in the day with the tail on it? Those were always really cute. I would see them in old movies. What's the famous? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I can't remember the name of the movie. Ghost of Christmas Past and Present. No tails. Okay. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. That's all I could see is him wearing that hat with the tail. Christmas story about, oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Did you know he's in Elf? I was just telling my daughter that. Peter Billingsley plays Ming Ming in Elf. He's one of the little elves at the beginning. The boy who played in the Christmas Story. Yeah, yep. Shoot your eye out, kid. That's right. He wanted the Red Ryder. He grew up and he's on Elf, the movie Elf, as one of the elves. The beginning of the movie. Oh, is that right? Oh. Oh, cool. Well, welcome in, you guys. Trying to figure out here what I did. For some reason this doesn't look right to me. Maybe it is. Let's see. This is a shell pattern. Here. What did I do? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez. I made extra stitches in this one. Right here. I'm just gonna have to try to do a decrease on this. So this will be the one in the valley I need to work on. 1, 2, 3. Gee, easy. I might pull that out because I just really started the green on this end. I might just pull that out. I was probably half asleep. Thank you. What'd you say? I missed that. Skeleton is a shell. Oh yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah, I think my mom called that scallop. Yeah, that's. Sometimes I'll be resting and I close my eyes and start dozing off, and then who knows how many stitches I end up with. So where was that? Down here? Should have marked that. Okay. I know. It's okay. If it's a little boo-boo, I can cover it, but I think I had like 7 shells there. I don't know what I was doing. I got to work early and I took my crochet, so I was crocheting in the car like at 4 a.m. So who knows what I was doing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think I found it. Hi, Marta. The Afghans that were huge and small first off. Oh my gosh, really? 100 years old. That's amazing. But I understand my mom made crochet Afghans for my friends growing up, their parents, and they still had them like 50 years later. Yeah. That's cool though. When my mom passed, my friends asked me if I wanted any of the Afghans back, but she made those for, those families, so she wanted them to have them. Sure. Who knows what I did on this row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think we're good. Wow. Oh my golly. That's huge. Hello. It's amazing. I would love to learn how to quilt a nice size quilt like that. I taught myself many years ago to just do a basic quilt. I mean, nothing big, just like a baby size. I made for my children when they were little, but I'd like to actually take an official, class and learn the proper technique and all that. Maybe when I get to retire, I'll do that. That'd be fun. Taught yourself as a teenager. Wow. You do not have 10 years within. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you can learn so much from them older ladies like that. I used to watch, we had neighbors, twin neighbors that were older women, and they would sit and what you call it, quilt. They quilt and crochet and knit and cross stitch and the whole everything, you know. And make all kinds of things, dolls. But to watch them quilt was just amazing. Oh, wow, 100 years old. Oh, some of my mom's family was Cherokee. So I bet she had a lot of stories. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, handmade. Yeah, right. Mm. Sometimes it'd be cool to go back and learn some of that. Really pay attention. You know, when you're young and you watch that, you don't really appreciate it like you do when you're older. I sure would like to just go back and actually pay attention. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Wow, I would have loved that. I love that kind of thing. Mm. Yes, I bet they had a lot of stories. Oh my gosh, you could just sit and listen probably for hours. Probably all the natural healing and the, off the land kind of things. All the medicines and herbs and plants, and that's probably why they lived to be so long. They talked about coming into Oklahoma and I covered. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Isn't it incredible? Some people's journeys through life. I think about how blessed I've had in my life, Some parts weren't easy growing up, but compared to some of people like that, in a covered wagon, and they probably struggled, and who knows what they went through. I just have a blessed life, and these folks have been through so much. August Sergeant. No, I haven't. Is it worth is it worth the watch? 2, 3, 5. Let's see what that says. Actually, oh, come on, Bob Brown. Only positive comments in here. Somebody just sent an inappropriate comment. The ladies' names were Mary and Lizzie. Okay. No, I haven't. Hi, Dawn. Was it about those ladies that you knew? Was it their story or something? Kinda, okay. Me too. Me too, Dawn. I get to talking too much and then I lose my stitches. Okay, I think I did here. 1, 2. That's right. Let's see. Oh, it was about this Indians. Oh, okay. It was a good one though, huh? I left off a stitch back here. always have to do it again. Dawn, me too. That's why I'm crocheting. I'm not a very good knitter. You don't get it. I'm with you. Yeah, I missed a stitch here, back. That's why I'm off. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull that out. Then you go back to that row and try to fix that boo-boo there. It's at the beginning of the first. Okay. Oh well, that's okay. Crochet is very forgiving. I totally understand. I really enjoyed knitting when I was doing it, but if I lost a stitch or some stitches off that needle, I was in trouble. Like trying to put them back on, it was tough for me for some reason. That's right, you will get it. Very true. Just like anything, right? Gotta stick with it till we figure it out. I'm making, this is a blanket, a shell stitch, recommended by one of my live viewers. She wanted me to make this shell, a shell blanket. So I thought I would relearn how to do it. I haven't done one in years. And been working on starting a beanie with this color. And also I have many projects going on at once. A waffle stitched blanket coming with the same color yarn here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's slow. When you work full time and you're trying to do it when you're off, and it sometimes takes a little extra time. But it's nice to do this after work. That you can relax, and oh, thank you. I hope it turns out okay. It'll be my first on this pattern here, so it's really simple. It's 10. These are slip stitches and 32 single crochets. And I wish I could tell you who gave me that. I think it was on TT is where I found that pattern. People in my lives giving me challenges of things that I haven't done in a while or have never done, like these beanies. So I try to learn how to do it and bring it to you. Your grandma would take breaks from cooking 3 meals a day and crocheting. She had 15. Oh my word. She had 15 children. My gosh. No wonder she had to take breaks, bless her. I understand. I'm a nurse and I come home from the hospital and I have to unwind and relax with crochet. 15 children. Dear Gussie, I bet she was busy. My husband's parents come from 10 each, with a few miscarriages in there. The first child was born in 19... Oh, wow. Jeez. Lived 45 to 72. That poor lady was non-stop pregnant, wasn't she? Can't even imagine. But that's what they did back then. Oh my gosh. Wow. $15. Can you imagine what that house must have been like with all those kids? They probably ate soup beans for days. Canned and gardened. Oh, neat. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Do you remember any traditions that they had when you grew up? Anything that was different? They had a dairy farm. That's cool. Can you remember everything? Do you have a favorite memory growing up with them? Did you have to milk the cows? With all those kids, they probably did it. Oh, wow. And how old are you, if you don't mind my asking? There I go. Adding stitches. You milked at 6 and didn't do so well. I did help you. I'll hang clothes on clotheslines, feed chicken, collect eggs, carry things to my grandpa in the fields, help plant grandma's garden. I'm 56. Oh, that's so neat. What great memories you have. Oh, that's so cool. It's probably some of the best times, huh? Because when you're little, you want to be out there, and at least our grandchildren do. Want to be outside on the farm, even though we don't have a big farm. It's just a little one. They want to be on the tractor with Grandpa and outside with me planting tomatoes or anything. That's when they're happiest, is Sure doesn't look right though. We drew water, took food to the tenants, rode the propane tanks. Uploading. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you're living your best life, huh? That's awesome. My husband was cleaning out the chicken coop the other day, and there was a big covering in the front, and he lifted up the covering only to find a ton of mice. Just, they had homes in there, obviously, and they took off running, and the chickens chased them and were trying to get them, and of course the grandkids were laughing and loving all that. So they have a lot of fun out here. Oh, you have a ranch and farm now too? I'll collect garden fruits and vegetables. Oh my gosh. You have a ranch and farm. Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh. You have bobcats? We had raccoons and possums eat some of our chickens. Oh, you're on 200 acres. Our little 40's nothing then compared to what you have, but it's so fun, isn't it? We were born in the city. We're city kids, and moved to the country 20 some years ago, and never looked back. It's been a blessing. Okay. I know. I'm with you. Oh no, you did. You have that on camera. Oh. Yes, I love the country. It's so peaceful out here. You know, you can go to the city, and I work in a hospital, and it's, you know, very hectic, very stressful. There can be, of course, life and death, and you got to make critical decisions, and it's something. So you get home, and immediately you sit on your porch swing and just listen to nature and the sounds and the birds, and just everything's okay. I love the country too. I don't know that I could live in the city again. Everything stretched. Oh, I'm sorry about your chickens. My husband hatched some chickens recently, a few months ago, in 21 days, I think it was, 20 or 21. And you worked in a hospital too, huh? Yeah, same. Oh, I've never seen them. We used to have ducks too that laid green and blue eggs. Oh, you were a CNA. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know what I'm doing here, but okay, that looks okay now, maybe. That's what happens when I'm talking. They are related to the turkey. Oh, really? I don't know what kind of ducks we had. There's just a white, the white ducks. They sold tractors and farm machinery. Wow. Are you retired now? Get to relax on your farm and enjoy it? Oh, they do. Okay. You retire, but you help at the school. Gotcha. That's great. I really appreciate our teachers and our workers and aides and all of them there that can work with kids nowadays. God bless them. Kids have a lot of pressure on them, and it's just a different world these days. Yes, that's right. That's right. I totally agree. That's what we're here for, right? To help each other and live and love. Let's keep their family secrets undiscovered. Oh, he will put you exactly where you need to be. I've realized that being a nurse for pushing 40 years, the people and the people's paths that I've crossed over the years, and I needed to be there. They needed to be where they are and have us meet. Blessing, definitely. Oh, you have oh, okay. Well, I'll have to stop by and support your channel. It is a small world. You are so right. I'm going to switch colors here. I forgot white was up next. So what I do is I keep them both still attached, and I'm just going to pull up that white, and then I will pull it through here. Let's make sure. This is going to be a single crochet here to the last one. Didn't grab it, did I? Let's try that again. just tighten that green down a little bit. And then I chain 3 and then turn my work. Like that. Those little kids, do you work with little kids? Even the big ones. You were talking about carrying secrets to school and all the things that kids have to go through a lot sometimes. I just want to take them all home with me, take care of them. Pre-K to senior. Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet you see a lot too then. I really love kids. Babies are so, yes, absolutely. Sometimes they go through things and they bring their anger to school because they're in pain. And I've seen that over the years, and boy, that breaks your heart. Yes. Like I said, I'd wanna adopt them and bring them home with me, especially if I knew that they were, going through a difficult time. I'd have a hard time leaving them. Are you not allowed to hug now? Is that like a no-no? Hi. Hello, welcome in. Are you not allowed to hug as a teacher? Let them get angry and it's okay, yes, no hugging. Or I will front you, especially being a male. Oh, shoot. I didn't even realize that. So no hugging. Man, and they probably need hugs too, don't they? But you have to show love in another way, I guess, huh? When I was a kid, of course they had teachers' pets. I remember our 3rd grade teacher sitting one of our little girls on her lap because she was the teacher's pet, and she would give her paw right in front of us kids, But yeah, there was hugging, of course, back in the 70s, all of the things, but I'm like, Road, I would too. I would have to be hugging them kids. That might be the only hug they get, sometimes, so. Yeah, I don't know. I would struggle with that. Oh, hi, Stacia. Thank you. I am doing a shell. So is a shell stitch blanket. And then I was working on, or I'm going to be working on a beanie too. Well, thank you for being a teacher like that. Gosh, the kids need good teachers. We need more good teachers out there. I really appreciate the teachers that we have in this area. They're amazing. Teachers make such an impact. And then to pick up one and hug them because I'm a big guy and sometimes. I bet you do. I bet you do. But you know, it probably means so much to them. I didn't realize that you weren't allowed to hug, but you know, I guess that makes sense in a lot of ways. But, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Okay, you give me a visual. You're probably like a big teddy bear hugging them. Stacia, you've been wanting to learn the shell stitch. So pretty. Also, the gray and white complements each other perfectly. Thank you. Well, the shell, you got your single crochet, your double crochet down. That's all you need. The ends are a little bit different. They'll make like a half shell on one row, and then a single crochet. So it's all about peaks and valleys. So in the valley, you want to work 5 double crochets, and in the peak, you work just a single. And it sort of keeps it even. But you skip 2. Skip 2 stitches and do your single. Skip 2 stitches, do your 5 doubles. And really, that's it. It's pretty redundant. Yeah, you sound like a teddy bear. Well, thank you for all you do for those kids. That's amazing. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome. Message me if you have any questions or you get stuck. And I'll do my best to help you. Oh, thank you. I start back night shift Sunday night at the hospital. I haven't done nights for a few months, so that should be a big adjustment. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 12-hour nights. So I'm going to have to figure out when to do lives around my night shifts. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's rough, but yeah, it's just for a season. I have 2 jobs. One's a day shift and one's a night shift now. Yeah, during the full moon. Oh my gosh. That's no joke. That is no joke. And I always thought that was a myth until you work in a hospital, and you will definitely believe in it. And it happens like a week before and around the full moon. and people just get wild. Why is that? Do you know? Is it the, like the, I don't know, the oceans it's, no, it's not. Nursing home and prisons too? Oh, you worked in a prison. You know, I worked in a hospital where we had prisoners. And that was interesting. I'm from a small town, so when I went to this hospital to work in a big city, these people like were locked up and chained to the bed, and I was like, we're not in Kansas anymore here. It was like they were hardcore criminals, and you know, we weren't used to that, or I wasn't used to that. Oh no, from the East Coast. I've been a nurse for many years, and I'd never seen inmates like that, where they're shackled to the beds. I no longer work around those type of folks, but I love the elderly geriatrics, and I love kids. I used to work in a children's hospital when I first was training. Yes, they flagged your comment there. But you're right. It's like 35 years, 36 coming up. But I've been in the medical field for 40. Oh, you're welcome. I love it. I really do. It's changed a lot, but I still love it. It's been a blessing to me. Oh, really? Was she a nurse? She's not playing around. I was a junior when I started working. Oh, wow. That's funny. My mom was in nursing too, and my kids are. My son was in an accident with his best friend, and he was in college, and he was a freshman in college, him and his best friend. They were in a logging accident. She never wanted to be an LPN or RN. Yeah, my mom too. She was happy just caring for the patients. As an aide, she was great. But my son and his best friend were, during spring break of their freshman year in college, was helping an Amish man do some logging. They were both 18. And my son was going for like engineering, pre-engineering kind of thing. And his best friend, they were pushing a tree out of the woods, and the tree caught his best friend and pinned his leg, and they got the tree off of his leg. Well, he couldn't walk, so he asked my son to help him carry him to the truck. And meanwhile, the Amish guy is out in the woods with the chainsaw running, cutting down trees. And my son's best friend couldn't walk, so he laid him down on the ground. Well, my son said it was muddy, and it had been raining and cold, and they had overalls on, hoodies, and thick overalls that are all one length, I guess, with a zipper. And he said he had turned around and saw this blood everywhere in these holes where he had been walking. The boots had made holes. And his friend started to pass out. So my son went to get help, but he stopped midway of running to get help. And he pulled off his hoodie, and he said he could see that his friend's leg had blood on the outside of the overalls around his knee. So he wrapped his sweatshirt around that area and pulled it really, really tight, and ran to get the Amish guy from the woods. He turned off his the chainsaw and took off running toward his friend, called 911, and they were way out in the boonies, in the woods. And his friend was passing out, very pale, and by the time the ambulance got there, it took them a while, he said, but they did get there and got his friend to a hospital, where they had to send him by helicopter to another hospital, a trauma center, where they had to take him for emergency surgery. And the doctor got in there, and he barely had any blood left. And apparently when he took off the tourniquet, he said he crushed his popliteal artery, and he should have bled out. But he asked my son, how did you know where to put your sweatshirt around his leg, because you had overalls on, he had overalls on. And he said, the only thing I know is it was God, because there's no way, I knew God guided him, and he had remembered hearing if there was ever, somebody bleeding, to make sure you put a tourniquet on. So anyway, his friend had surgery. They gave him blood. They fixed that crushed artery, and he was in ICU for weeks. And they didn't know if he was going to keep his leg. It was a whole thing. And my son, in the meantime, struggled with that. But he got better. His friend recovered, had rehab. Took him, a year to get, his life back. But my son, in the meantime, switched completely to a different major. Said, Mom, I want to become a nurse. And changed schools, changed his life goals, his plan, and he's been an ICU nurse and a rapid response nurse ever since that happened. So when you say God places you where you need to be, and it's so true, because thank God that he was there and guided my son to help save his friend's life, in that way. But obviously it was God. It wasn't my son was just a vessel. But yeah, it was a miracle that he lived. Because as you know, you crush an artery in about 5 minutes, and you can bleed out quickly. Yeah, it was wonderful. And he's such a blessing, his best friend, and my son too. They're just good old boys. They do anything for you. And he became our bonus son, basically. But my son works on the heart team. He recovers open hearts, and he worked during COVID, and he's seen a lot over the last several years. But I'm thankful they're giving back, and my oldest daughter's a nurse, and they're stewards, Makes a mama proud. But like you said, we have to give back, right? Help people and do what we can for others. I've never told that story on here before. I don't. Something led me to tell you. I don't know. I forgot to place the drink on because I was trying to find his name. No way. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's amazing. Isn't it incredible? Miracles like that. I've had patients tell me they've had near-death experiences. That's always neat. Just so many blessings. Oh, hi Charlotte. Hey girl. I'm working on the blanket the stitch that you recommended. I was telling everybody. Charlotte asked for that. But this is the colors that I hope you like them. It's sage and white. He had lost his leg due to the motorcycle. Oh my golly. Oh, well, that's that, Things happen so fast. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. I love it. I haven't done this in years, since I was, young, probably a teenager. with my mom. And yeah, I love it. It's pretty easy getting back into. I had to kind of learn the ends. How the beginning and the end, sometimes it's a little tricky. But once I got that down, it was good. So, good call. She's been pretty. Aw, thank you. Yeah, Charlotte had a great idea. I was working on this beanie, Charlotte. I just started this with this color here. This is gonna be a beanie. Hopefully it turns out. This one's pretty simple pattern here. 10 slip stitches and 32 single crochets, back loop, and pretty simple here. I said starting night shift on Sunday. We'll see how that goes with being on live. I was trying to come into live every day. There for a while I was able to, and then I started back. I got sick last weekend, and that kind of took me out of commission for a little bit. So, oh, you too, friend. Great talking to you. If you have to go. Let me see. Oh, I missed it. I thought I did. So when you go into the valley, you see your stitch there. You go underneath both loops here, the front and the back loop. And then you just do 5 double crochets in your valley, which if I get to talking, I'll sometimes add an extra stitch or miss one. Hello, welcome in. I'm trying to fight the crud that's going around here. Trying to stay well and eat my vitamin C, my oranges, and take real good care. Because I go back to night shift on Sunday, taking care of patients, and I need to be well doing that. Oh, you want to learn how to crochet? Oh, you have a happy Thanksgiving too, Big Jim. So great to talk to you. Hi, Elvira. If you want to learn how to crochet, get you a large crochet hook, like an 8 or 9, 10 maybe. Then just get you some big yarn, or whatever yarn you can, and then just practice just practice pulling the yarn through, making a chain. But you can do this, I promise. Once you start practicing, you can do these stitches. This is a double crochet, but a lot of them are based on double crochets. A lot of these patterns. Get your single crochet down and your double. And then pretty soon you can make a beanie and a blanket. Hello. And then you do your skip 2, undo a single crochet. You're in the top, you go through underneath both loops, do a single crochet, you pull the yarn through, yarn over, and pull it through those 2 loops. And at the end, you're going to skip these 2 and go underneath here. You're going to do, since you did a single, you're going to do double, a partial shell on the end, double crochets here, end with 3 double crochets, and the same loop, same stitch. And then I need one more row of white before we change to the green again. So I'm going to chain 3 and turn my work. And then on this side, since the double crochets are going to go down in this valley, you need a single crochet over here to start. So sometimes I count backward. I have 5 here, and now I'm going to go into that middle stitch with a single. I'm going to skip those 2. I'll be going into here with double crochets, skip 2, and then I know the first stitch is where I need to go with a single. Oops. I'm going to go under this very first one, as you can see right there, with a single crochet. So just go straight down through, grab your yarn, pull it through, grab your yarn and pull it through the 2 loops. And then I'm going to do my 5 doubles after I skip these 2 stitches. And go underneath, just like that. 1, 2, two, 3, 4, and then there's the 5. And you skip 2, and you do a single. You skip 2, and you do 5 doubles straight underneath that stitch. Skip 2 and do a single, do 5 doubles. Skip 2, do a single crochet. Skip 2 and do 5 doubles. This will be my last row of white for these 2 rows, and then I'll change it to the green again. You know, I made some peppermint tea and I forgot it was sitting right there. And it's probably cold. It's just a little warm. I'm trying to have a little cold. That's a little, I don't know, hopefully it goes away before I go back to work. 2, 1. I've got a cheesecake, a Buckeye cheesecake to make next weekend. I'm gonna make it in the Instant Pot. I don't know if you guys have one or have ever made a cheesecake in the Instant Pot, but it takes like 40 minutes, and they're amazing. Perfectly done. I'm excited to see how they turn out. It's like it's gonna be like a kind of like a Reese cup. The flavors: chocolate, peanut butter. That was what my son wanted for his birthday cake. Skip 2 and do a single crochet. Skip 2 and do 5 double crochets. skip 2 and do a single crochet, skip 2 and do 5 doubles. See, it's pretty repetitive all the way across. Hi, Shatika. Good evening. Blessings to you. How are you, girl? How's school going? Just a little bit more of the white to go. And we'll switch colors. And then maybe I'll work on that beanie for a little bit too. Single crochet to the top, 5 double crochets in the bottom, do 5 double crochets. Skip 2, do single crochet. Skip 2, do double, 5 doubles. And then we're going to end with a single crochet. And I'm going to switch the colors like this. I keep both colors attached. So I'm going to pull up the sage green. Pull through both loops. And then I'm going to chain 3. Tighten that weight down a little bit, and then turn the work. And then I'll do a little bit, and then I'll work on my beanie here. So you're going to do a partial shell on the side, because at the top of your shells you do a single crochet, and in bottoms you do double crochet. So you make a partial shell over here. So sometimes I'll count backward. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where I'll put the single crochet, and you skip 2 chains or 2 stitches. So you go into the first, like under this first stitch here, with 2 double crochets. And then when we finish on this row, we'll finish with 3 double crochets on the end. The other row was single crochets on the ends. This row is half double, half shells. So you skip 2 and you do a single crochet here into the top of your shell. And you skip 2 and you do 5 doubles in the bottom between these 2 shells. You go underneath both loops, front and the back, to do your double crochet. And then on the side, you see where I've kind of, see those pieces of yarn there where I changed colors. You can just put a border on there and cover that right up. If that bothers you, you don't like that, you can always clip them, but you can cover them easily. So I'll put this away for a little bit and try to work on that beanie some. This is the color I'm using for that. I'm using a larger crochet hook for this. Sometimes on the ends, it's real hard to pull these slip stitches through. So I have to use this smaller hook to assist me with that. I have to figure out where I'm at here. I'm going to go into the back loop and do single crochet. And these stitches, I'm trying to keep them loose. You see the stretchiness of the yarn anyway, but oops, I'm trying to keep it loose. So this is my first this pattern beanie, but they kind of suggested that too, that you don't make it real tight. Thinking. Sometimes with this yarn, you see how it comes apart. Sometimes you have to be careful because it will easily come apart. Or you can grab it with your hook. These are 32 single crochets and 10 slip stitches. Oh my gosh, it's 12:30. When I get on here with you guys, time goes so fast and I don't even realize I've been on that long. Time flies when you're having fun. Let's see if I'm missing a stitch there. Yeah. It's kind of hiding back there. Then you just chain one and turn your work. And go back and do the same thing. This is another pattern, just repeats all the way down. This yarn is really soft too. You start in the back loop of this stitch here, just like that. Hello, Rosanna. Like that. And the next one. Back loop only. Supposed to do 32 of these single crochets and then 10 slip stitches. I love this variegated yarn. I crocheted a baby blanket that was pink variegated, and it turned out really nice. Let's see here. Sometimes I have to go back and count. This one looks like a slip stitch though. Let's see. 2, 6, 8. Yeah, that one is. So then we start our slip stitches now. Which can be tricky with this big hook. I might try to do it with it smaller and just keep it really loose. Slip stitch. Slip stitch in the back loop only. With the small hooks, you can snag that yarn really easily. Let's see here. So Sometimes it's hard to tell too when you're pulling up the, see the little snag there? Let me see if I can do this again. There, I was missing that one. Thank you. Yeah, shucks. Let me try that again. Maybe I messed it up. Is it on that one? Okay. Well, let's go back. Okay. Try these slip stitches again. Some of these stitches are kind of hidden underneath there. And you chain one and go back down just like you just did. So you're going to go down this very first one. Like here. Second from the hook. The problem is when you use a small hook like this, your stitches are extra tiny. I'm really trying to keep it loose, but it's not always working for that stitch. guys still awake? My eyes are getting sleepy. Okay. Here comes the easier stitches. These are single crochets the rest of the way down. This is just a single crochet, 32 stitches, and 10 stitches that are slip stitches. This is going to be a beanie when it's done. Oh, something. Half asleep over here. That last stitch is a doozy. Trying to get into that one. Then you just chain one and you turn it and you go back down and do the same exact thing, redundant, all the way down. And this yarn is stretchy, very soft though. And that's pretty cool, the slip stitches. And it's forgiven if you made an extra slip stitch or single crochet. I don't think you could even notice all the way around. This will be the top of the beanie. Go around that way. 7. I'll probably roll up like that, put a tassel on it, or a pom-pom. Love the yarn colors. Thank you, Trisha. Me too. This is what it is. You can see that. And then the sage green for the shell blanket. I'm just doing like a sage green and white. But this one is I'm using the same kind of yarn here. Just doing 2 different patterns because I thought that would be fun. Doing a beanie for this one, and then just a waffle stitch blanket with a smaller crochet hook. Usually I use like a 5.5 crochet hook, but I thought we would make a small waffle with this one. So this is the waffle stitch. Do a little bit of that so you can see if you've never seen how to do that before. These are based on double crochet stitches, just placed differently each side. And then there's 2 stitches that sit back a little bit, and you go into the top of those with a double crochet, and then double crochet around the post. And then 2 on the top. Just like that. It's kind of cool, this the darker colors, like the black in there too. This is double crochets for this one, and this is single crochet and a slip stitch, and the shell is double crochet, and a single crochet too. You guys have any questions before I get off live? Or something different you want to see? Just let me know. I worked all day, and I didn't even realize how late it was. I got to talking to you guys, and just crocheting takes me away, and I don't even think about time. But feel free to send me a message, or if you have a question or comment. I appreciate you being here. I know it's late, and well, it's late here anyway. Wherever you guys are, I don't know. But it's like almost 1 a.m. here. So I'll probably get off here and head to bed, and hopefully see you guys tomorrow. be a baby blanket waffle stitch. I've done many of them, but usually not colors like this. So I thought it'd be different. Anyway, thanks again for being here. And I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful night, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.